I think people now are more afraid of death than they've ever been because they're not familiar with it, because it seems like this exotic other. If every single person who's ever lived has died, it can't be that bad, right? I can't imagine how one wouldn't be fascinated by death. My name is Johanna. I'm the creative director and co-founder of the Morbid Anatomy Museum. The name Morbid Anatomy seems to suggest to a lot of people something more like the American Morbidity Museum and American Horror Story. And so people will come in and be like, where are the dead babies? And they're like, no, we don't have dead babies here. There's two parts in the museum. There's the temporary exhibition, which is always borrowed from different private collectors. And there's this room we're in, which is the Morbid Anatomy Library. I think a lot of people who like this project are people who had to choose at a certain point between art and science. I always wanted to be a scientist and I wanted to be an artist. So I'm always interested and drawn to artifacts from time periods before those things were divided up. These ideas that death and beauty, art and science, cute and horrific have to be separate. When I was a kid, I loved animals, and I loved live animals. I loved my cat, but also I loved looking at animals at the Natural History Museum or in a jar in formaldehyde. My college friends would call me morbid because I like to pick up roadkill and preserve the skins. I never stopped doing it, but I was cognizant of the fact that people thought I was a freak. Really, through starting the museum, that's when I really discovered there are so many more people like me than I ever suspected.